All right, folks, welcome back. Some more Colorado Rockies here as we have pushed through the opening month of the season in 2030. Here we are in May of 2030. We are taking on the San Francisco Giants. Right now, we're below 500. They are above 500. Still getting our feet wet in the season. I don't think at this point in the season any team is what they are. Whether record-wise or whatever. It takes a second right now. The series is tied 1-1. We'd love to get a win here and win a series against the Giants. More wins against the division means when it comes to October, comes to the end of September, those seedings help us. It's Alexi Escobedo against Bud Leonard. Why is this important? Number one, first number 2 overall pick in 2025. Escobedo punches out just about everybody, but also walks everybody, gives up home runs, gives up hits. He'll punch you out, but he has the electric fastball, but still has yet to really pull it all together. And Bud Leonard has been great over his 2-3 seasons starting for us, and has a ring, so there's that as well. Escobedo walks the leadoff man in Quan, gives up a hit to Amador. So first 2 are on against Escobedo, and these are the kind of situations where Alexi is yet to flourish in, and the reason why Leonard looks like the better pick. On the ground, however, they're going to get 2 here and eliminate the Rockies from the inning. So 2 on, no outs, turned into no runs for the Rockies. We did this last episode against the Pirates. Can't be doing this all the time, especially when your record's under 500. You lose that game against the Pirates where, hey, we have break it open in that inning, whatever inning it was, I forget. You might win that one, and don't want that coming back and biting us here. Bud Leonard, he comes on. He's 3-1 to start the season. 2.59 ERA, has been exceptional, and has been going bar for bar with the best pitchers in the league through his first 6 starts of the year. First batter he faces, Jung-Hoo Lee. See ya, bye. Thanks for coming. Appreciate your time. Strikeout on Lee. Next batter is Gavin Lux. 225 batting average over the first month of the season. Here's the nastiest changeup in all the league. Thank you, bye. Thanks for playing. Appreciate your time. Spencer Steer. Yeah, we'll walk him. He's scary. At 355. Demolishes lefties. Fine. Spencer Torkelson figuring it out in his career after starting off very, very slowly, and hangs up just enough for Stephen Kwan to run it down. And we will pick up the out there, get out of the inning. Fast forward a little bit to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Eggy Rosario, he goes deep into center field. Kwan racing back, can't get it, has to play it off a bounce, and an easy triple in triples alley for Rosario. He actually took the turn, was thinking about home. Even with the throw being as good as it was, maybe he would have made it close, but a leadoff triple for the Giants. They have to score in some capacity here. Next pitch goes to David Villar, and Villar got the hit that Torkelson was looking for. He gets it here and puts a run on the board for the Giants early. They lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. David Villar, number 9 hole hitter, coming alive. Spencer Steer this time. We're not going to walk him because we're afraid of him. We're going to challenge him and punch him out. But Villar, again, still picks up the run for the Giants. 2 hits for them, 1 run show. Escobedo against Amador. Changeup. Again, Escobedo can ramp up to 100, 102 with the fastball. He drops like a low 80s changeup on you. You're done. And then look right there, 100 on the black at the top of the letters. You're done. 4 strikeouts there. Ezekiel Tavar, 2 strikes on him. He just watches a fastball. You're done. 4th inning, phenomenal by Escobedo. That is the potential, and that's why even with these high ERAs, they keep him in the starting rotation because he has moments, and Marco Luciano having a moment here. He goes left field. He goes over the fence. Home run for him. 4th home run of the young season. Luciano moving over to 3rd base for them long term. Puts them up 2-0. He's hit a lot of home runs against us. He really has. He likes playing against us. Gavin Lux gets a hanger, puts it into the corner. Bud Leonard's starting to get hit around a little bit. Even though Escobedo has had an awful season coming into play, it's been the reverse for Leonard. This game has been an upside-down world where Leonard's getting hit up a little bit. Escobedo looks like a Cy Young candidate. Spencer Steer, however, will not do any damage to us. Has a walk, a strikeout, and now a fly out under his name so far today. And we'll take that from him. 2 runs for the Giants here as we end 5 innings, taking that turn for the rest of the game. Top 6, Drew Romo up at the plate. Escobedo has been serving, and he served up dinner to Drew Romo. Change up left, middle, a little bit high, and he pummels it. Drew Romo loves hitting at what's the place called? Oracle Park, AT&T Park, whatever it's called now. He loves hitting here. It seems like Fenway, Arizona, San Francisco, and Cincinnati. Drew Romo just mashes at those ballparks. I don't know if anyone else knows that, but I've noticed that. It seems like every time we play a game in one of those 4 parks, Drew Romo has a home run or a couple hits. Cuts this lead in half. It is 2-1 now as Quan gets on next batter. So now third time through, we're starting to kind of time up Escobedo a bit here. Amador, he times him up. He gets by under the glove of Torkelson, and now we have 3 straight hits for the Rockies. A home run, and then followed by 2 singles. Chisholm, he goes down on the changeup by him, and that is an out. 7th strikeout for Escobedo, and he will hit Tovar. So bases are now juiced. We'll see what they do here. I would change, but it's going to bring in Tyrone Garinger, who has really good numbers away from home this year. 1-2 count. Garinger up the middle, base hit. 1 run will score. Second one following. Tovar all the way to third base. Garinger tried to sneak by everybody, go to second. He is caught, and he takes the lead. He has been awesome. He had made his debut last episode, had a couple of crucial hits against Tampa Bay, against Philadelphia, against San Diego, now gets one here against San Francisco, and who the fuck cares? Spencer Torkelson erases that immediately. Not only does it tie this game back up, but it also makes that mistake on the base paths that Garinger made even a more hurtful. Yeah, can't do that. Can't be doing that. Can't be giving that up. But is what it do be. Here in the 8th inning, Ryan Walker is up. Jazz Chisholm thankful for it. Sauces into center field. Amador on his course slides in to second base, and he is good. Or excuse me, slides into third base, and he is in there. Safe. Ezekiel Tovar watches the pitch below his knees, and Chisholm on second base on the steal. So we have 2 in scoring position against Walker. Puts another one in for Tovar. 1 swing of the bat could really put this game in our favor. 2-2 count. 23rd pitch for Walker, and it's a slider. 4th pitch, Slider that Tovar has to go to a knee and still cannot get to. And he is animated. He is pumped up. He keeps the Giants tied here in the 8th inning. Great pitch by Walker. Absolutely buries Tovar. And big opportunity wasted. Gregory Santos is coming back in. Had a really rough debut to his season, but here he is trying to make up for it. 7 games played, pitched in so far this year. Went 6 2/3, but an ERA that is a little bit ugly, but it's going to look a little bit better here thanks to some help from Tommy Domine. And his defense throws a clean 8th. Keeping this thing tied as even as both of these teams can be, as both into their bullpen here in the later innings. We fast forward all the way to the top of the 10th inning. Brian Hoeing is in, curveball hanging, and tracked down in center field easily, and no runs come across to score. Giants in position with a runner on second base and some big contact hitters coming up to make some noise. Jung-Hoo Lee trying to win it, pops it up. Tovar rages over, and right on the edge of the infield. No advancement from the runner at third base. Brandon Barea doing some work here. Gavin Lux, lefty, they'll lead Barea in. And that's a bunt. It looks like a squeeze play. Domine races Lux to the bag and post ACL surgery. Maybe Gavin Lux gets there, but right now Gavin Lux does not get to that point. Domine able to get the out, and we stay tied going into the 11th inning. Tristan Beck beckoned from the bullpen, like what I did there. Here he is, 9 innings so far this year already in 11 games. I don't think the team's played like 30 games all season, so coming in over like a third of their games already. Jazz Chisholm walks up to the plate with runner in scoring position, exactly how you want to start an extra inning. Chisholm puts some juice into this one. Lee to the wall, looks up, and a home run. Jazz Chisholm makes it a 5-3 ball game with a leadoff home run in the 11th. Fun fact, you had the first ever leadoff 2-run home run in extra innings. I'll give you 4 seconds. Edwin Rios, formerly of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Yeah, one of my favorite trivia questions. Now you know. Sterling Thompson will hit this ball on the screws, but unfortunately right at Eggy Rosario, who throws on to first base to get Thompson out. And 5-3, the Rockies lead after that big blast from Chisholm. But you have Steer, Torkelson, Luciano coming up. That's no bueno. Brandon Barea is still in. Our closer is a lefty. We have a decision to make. Spencer Steer absolutely obliterates left-handed pitching, but then Torkelson's up next. Going to walk Steer. And then we're going to bring in Calderon. So we're still going to put some faith into our closer. We're not going to play a matchup here. We're just going to play best on best. Beat us cool. If you don't, way cooler than that. 2 runners on, no outs. We're going to eliminate Steer from the equation to bring in Calderon, who, other than that one outing in Philadelphia, has been super solid. Torkelson grounder immediately. Thompson runs to third for the force out, fires back across the diamond. What a play by Thompson. 5-3 double play. That was beautiful. Marco Luciano. Home run ties it. He won't get the chance. 2 pitches, 3 outs for Calderon, and we sink the Giants here. Went all the way through 11 innings, and we pick up a big win. We win the series 2-1. And yeah, what a great outing there in that game. Offense came through, pitching did what it needed to do out of the stretch or down the stretch or bullpen. They pitched I would say 5 innings or so, did not allow a run. Love to see it. Picked up a big game there. That is awesome. Checking out the box score, here's how it looked. We struck out 14 times tonight. 14 times. Still won this game. Home runs by Romo and Chisholm. Chisholm obviously the one to take over the lead, and we keep it. Leonard, 6 innings, 6 strikeouts, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, and 5 almost perfect innings with just 1 walk. No other base runners. Fantastic job. Clap for our bullpen. We struck out the Giants 9 times today. They had 7 hits, but couldn't string enough together. Torkelson and Luciano went deep. Alexi Escobedo, 6 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts. Zeno Perez had a 3 strikeout inning. Yeah, great job. We're now returning back home. We're taking on the Washington Nationals, and Chase Dollander is going to come. We are facing off against Chase Dollander, I believe, the first time. Was it this offseason we traded him away or last offseason? Either way, Chase Dollander coming back to Colorado, and we are facing off against him. I think the first time we've really seen him, at least on video. We're taking on James Morrow, who's had a really tough start to his year. Again, the whip super high over 2, the ERA over 10. Can James Morrow figure it out? I sure hope so. Get up the head to hit to Kellenic, and not a great start for Morrow. However, we do believe in him. We think he might have the most potential out of anybody we have on our staff, maybe other than Bud Leonard. And he will get out of it. Royce Lewis does have a deep pop-up, but Quan's there to get it right before that little triangle and jut out there. And, we put him away. 1 hit for the Nationals. They got a little scary on us there on that deep fly ball. But here's Chase Dollander this season. 33 innings pitched, an ERA near 6-ish. Hasn't been great. And Amador, 99 home runs coming in today. And he will slap one into center field. It won't be a home run, but it will be a single for the Rockies. He starts his day on first base. Dollander now has to face off against Nolan Jones, something that I don't think anyone wants to do, especially a guy who knows you so well that you're going to throw a fastball well over the middle. I'm going to put it almost into the third deck. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Nolan Jones has already hit over 100 home runs. He is now approaching 200 home runs. He is very good. 466 feet. Everyone, say it with me now. Coors! Bye. See ya. Thanks for playing. Appreciate it. Thank you. 2-0 Colorado for number 22 getting us up there. Next batter is Jazz Chisholm facing off against Dollander, and he goes up the middle. That's 3 straight pitches, 3 straight hard-hit balls, 1 home run, 2 big singles. That's Colorado trying to expand their lead, and a soft liner. Runner was off on the pitch and actually brought the shortstop right to where that ball was going to land. So unfortunate for the Rockies. I'm not sure that ball would have got through the middle infield anyway. Nolan Jones sighting. Seems like we're going to have 6 of these per episode. Bottom of the second inning now. Tommy Domine has been on a heater. A couple home runs in his last games. Yeah, we only get 3 home runs in his last 5 games. Demolishes a fastball. And Dollander. The contract we gave to him, we thought he was going to figure it out. He never did. We gave a contract to Domine, and for the first couple of years, it felt like we just made the same mistake again. But now, Domine is really starting to find himself, really come into his own. And the 2 quote-unquote bad contracts in Colorado, one shipped away, we kept the right one. Domine proves it right there. Literally about the same money, too, about like 6.5 per season. We just gave 10 years for Domine and gave like 6 for Dollander. Jazz Chisholm beating up on his old friend again. He's going to go round second base, head into third, and an RBI triple for Jazz Chisholm, making 4-0 Rockies. We are entering the point of no return. Point of no return is when we're so up, we just fast forward the rest of the game. We're quickly getting there. Big triple put right into that alley, right into that lane out there, and Chisholm sliding feet first. Ball met him there, but definitely not in time. Thompson, big single would put them up by 5, and he will get that big single. Doesn't get through, but taking a little bit too much time was Garcia at second base, and he's able to beat out the throw. Heriberto Hernandez in the game tonight as he pops this one way up. And under it is the first baseman to put it away. So 5 runs for the Rockies as we are through 3 innings. And Chase Dollander being reminded of Coors Field not being too kind to him. Feels a little bit bad, but yeah, I can't help it. Whatever. Your problem now. Bottom 4, Stephen Kwan up with a runner on first base. Dollander still in the game. And this was laced into and over the leaping attempt by the right fielder. Both runners will have to stay put a little bit as runner on first had to wait for that to drop. Double for Kwan. Bottom of the 4th inning. We have 2 runners in scoring position, 1 out, trying to add this. And Kwan acting like a little birdie here. Acting like a little birdie. Love to see it. Love to see it. And that will be it for Dollander. He barely gets through 3 innings. Going to come out here in the 4th, and his line is not going to look too good when we check on it at the end here. So he walks off, and that brings up Josiah Gray, a starter that was supposed to be a really good pickup for the Nationals and never really got out of the bullpen for them, but having a really solid year. 3.16 ERA out of the bullpen brings up Adele Amador, who has double potential, and he'll go up the middle. 1 run will score, second one right behind him. Both of them charged from Dollander. His day is done. 3 1/3, 7 earned. No bueno. Goes right back up the middle. That's a cutter that they left down under the zone even, and Amador puts it right back up the middle, says, here, you take that. Jazz Chisholm already 2 for 2 for today. Yeah, make it 3 for 3. A triple, a home run. I think just a double away from the cycle now. And, yeah, this guy's absolutely insane. 9-0. We have officially entered the point of no return. The point of no return. So, for the rest, we're just going to look at some of, like, the big highlights. But this game is over, ladies and gentlemen. We're not even out of the fourth inning yet. And it is already 9-0. Chisholm goes the opposite way. Yeah, that's gross. And why am I showing this? At bat for Amador. Well, we saw in the beginning of the game he had 99 career home runs coming into play today. This one right here, number 100. Circle change left up and in the altitude that will go. And look at that big home run, number 100 for Amador. So after Amador hits his 100th, hits this one to fucking Pluto, and yeah, I think it's time to put them out of the misery. Hit 13-1, absolutely bullying the Washington Nationals. Tradition is true as time. 475 feet. Goodness gracious! This is a pitch on the outside part of the paint. Black. He just pulverized. Bink. Bye. See ya. Thanks. Look at this one. Straight ahead. Into the shrubbery. Yeah, it is what it is. James Mora, by the way, bad season. Yeah, well, complete game. Fastball inside. Gets the strikeout. Gave up just the one run. Yeah, very fun. Very fun indeed. Good day at the ballpark. And we beat the Nationals. Doesn't take much, apparently. And we down Washington. Score of 13-1. Out hit him 18-5. Dollander got a little beat up, but is what it do be. And here is the box score. It looks beauteous. Watch this thing. That's one of Nolan Jones' home runs. 2 hits for Kelenic. That was about it. He had a double. Edgar Rodriguez had a double. Dollander 3 innings, 10 hits, 7 earned, 2 strikeouts. Gray gave up 3 runs. Tyler Phillips gave up 3 runs. And Jackson Rutledge came in, struck out 2, walked 1. 4 hits for Amador, 4 for Chisholm, 2 for Thompson, 2 for Domine, 2 for Romo, 3 for Jones, or 2 for Jones. Yeah, look at this. Home runs by Domine, 2 for Jones. Amador, 2 for Chisholm. RBIs galore. Beautiful, 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 beautiful day. Mora, 9 innings, got the win, 9 strikeouts, 5 hits, 1 earned, no walks. Here we are against San Diego. Why are we showing this game? Well, Tyrone Gehringer also got hurt, so he had to be replaced. And we're calling up William Kang. William Kang, for those unfamiliar, is a third base prospect in our organization who was a 4th-round pick in 2028. He's making his MLB debut here against the Padres, much like Gehringer made against the Padres at home. Gehringer was this one on the road for Kang. Third baseman who does not field very well, but has a pretty decent bat. We felt like he was far enough along to make the jump up to the major leagues after just 1 full year in the minors. So a 4th-round pick for us in 2028. He's our number 27 ranked prospect. He will DH versus lefties. Nolan Gorman should be back not too far away. So when Nolan Gorman comes back, then we will send William Kang down, because Gehringer, his absence will be a little bit prolonged. But more against William Kang, or more about William Kang. Doesn't field very well, but his bat's in a fine spot. He's just an overall okay guy, and here he is, up the middle on knuckleball, gets his first career base hit, moves Jazz Chisholm over to third base, and even though we are getting blown out, that is a big, big moment for William Kang and company. Love to see that for him, and he's going to be a DH long term. Doesn't really fit into our plans a whole bunch. Could be a bench bat if you figure something out, improves in a certain area where we're lacking for a year or two, but I don't expect him to be some long-term guy. But that long-term third base role kind of is up for grabs, I guess, so maybe. And that will do it. We are staying in this series. We're bringing William Kang off the bench here against the Padres. He does really well at runners in scoring position. We figured, well, why not put him here in the top of the ninth, 2 on, 2 out. First pitch he sees is roped, but right at the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. So that will put away Kang and the rest of the Rockies and the inning, as we're tied up with San Diego, and it's raining in San Diego. That really doesn't happen really all too often. In the top of the 10th now, we fast forward. Mark Winchester flies out, and not deep enough to move the runner up. They force the throw, but keep him where he's at. We're going to bring Nolan Jones off of the bench, see what he can do. Nolan Jones, just get one base hit. That's all we need. Keep the line moving. Get the runner in. What can you do? Yeah, he's just going to put this one in the fucking seats. Nolan Jones goes deep to right field. Tatis, all he can do was watch it. And we take the lead 7-5 here against the San Diego Padres. 9th home run of the young season for Nolan Jones. Absolutely clobbers that one. And again, it puts us up late here in extra innings. Herberto Hernandez, 2 for 4 on the day, has done a decent job kind of mixing in and helping, filling in also for some absences we have on the roster with 2 guys down on the IL. He's done well, obviously one of our bench guys, and he does well in certain situations. Doesn't come through there, but is what it is. Xander Bogaerts, kid, my boy, my buddy, my favorite player in the league. He goes down looking. Manny Machado, not my favorite player in the league. He goes to the opposite way and sauces it into right field for a single. Now we got 2 on, runners on the corners, 1 down for the Padres. Terrin Vavra, he comes up, smacks it, kind of where Machado did, and now they're just playing keep away. 2 on, 1 out. Run comes across the score, make it 7-6. Rockies to lead, and Central Roger Calderon experience, and we're not wasting any time. Gregory Santos, he's coming in. Calderon did pitch prior to this inning, so he was in his 2nd inning of work. And so we're going to bring in Santos. Has really come back down to earth after that really rough first appearance of the season. And he gets a strike on Dylan Head there. Goes 101 with the fastball. Sinker low, but swung on anyway. Fouled away. And 0-2 count almost immediately. Slider on the ground. Thompson, Amador, back to first base. Juan Guerrero's there, and we put it away. 3 pitches. They get the double play they need. Santos and the Rockies come out of here with the win. And yeah, that's a big, big, big win against the San Diego Padres, continuing to just kind of climb in the series, climb against these guys. They do win the series 2-1, however, but it's nice to have that win. You never know when this wins the difference between seeding at the end of the year for either division or the wild card. We'll jump ahead now to it's Corbin Carroll and the Diamondbacks in town, and Carroll's going to ground this one to third base, and we put him away. They were threatening in the 8th. We hold them off as we enter the bottom of the 8th, trying to add some insurance runs, see what we can do against them. We are going to bring in Roger Calderon. Nothing going for us in the 8th inning. So here we are in the 9th, and it's closing time. Something. I don't really know the song. Closing time. You know it. I know it clearly. Only 1 blown save this year. Again, that was back against Philadelphia. He's been 15 for 15 other than that. Gets a big strikeout in Luis Rengifo here. Love to see it. William Contreras does really well against lefties. And what did I say? Pulverizes a pitch back up the middle, into center field. Single for Contreras. They have some life here with 2 outs in the 9th. Orlando Arcia also demolishes lefties. And look at Calderon. He knows it. He went out there and he punched him out. Big emotion from our boy. And that will do it. We pick up a big win against Arizona. And, we love to see it as we go ahead and lead the series 1-0. Pick up a big win. Calderon has been filthy. And that will do it. against Arizona. Here we win this one. And this is our first wave of scouting that we have in this season. So the 2030 scouting, we have a $9.8 million bonus allotment. We have a first-round pick at number 21. We have a compensation pick at 38. And we have some other guys, kind of just following around down the board. Here are some of the top prospects that we have found and we are looking at this season. One guy we scouted, Oliver Duran. He is a third baseman, corner infielder from Australia. We think he's going to be really, really good out of the gate, obviously, at 23 years old, but we don't really think he has much more to go. So it's kind of do you want him in your team now? But this is kind of what he is. I think he can be a good player, but I think he's going to be taken earlier. This is a guy that we kind of we know a lot about because there's so much information out there available. So a guy that I don't think would take even if he fell to us, but a guy who might go early. A guy who's more in line for us with our 21st pick. We have him 19th on the board. It's 13th ranked by Baseball. It is Leandro Bonilla. He is a first baseman, can also play third base and catch due to his big arm. He has a huge arm, so probably better suited for catcher or third base to utilize that a little bit more, especially since his fielding is just okay as it is. Big contact guy and has some power against left-handers, but overall, super solid bat. This is a guy that if he fell to us, we would definitely be in consideration taking. Just another bat to add to our system that already has so much pitching. And this guy's just an overall good bat. No real holes, but also no super strengths either. And that's Jackie Meyer, another corner infielder. Does have some good athleticism for the corner infield spots from Oklahoma. Again, bat isn't going to wow you. Definitely better against lefties as a switch hitter. That helps. A good fielder, that helps. But nothing that's going to kill you, but no true trait that's going to jump off the page. Now for some more projects. We've kind of really liked scouting those college guys, but here's Britt Foster, a high schooler from Pennsylvania. We kind of like him. We started scouting him. Again, only 3 pitches. It's all he needs, but 3 really, really good pitches and an elite curveball. We're going to get all the scouting information finished up on him. He's in Pennsylvania right now, but we really do like what he has to offer so far, and a guy that we could draft at number 22 or 21 with our pick. Another guy that we don't think anyone else has on their radar, but we have been kind of starting to look at, is Carlos Maravil. He is a starter from New York, 6'1", 225, big boy. He can throw it. Fastball, slider, cutter. All 3 of those are plus pitches, with that cutter and that fastball hitting up near triple digits and that slider in the low 90s as well. Strikes out a bunch of guys, doesn't give up a lot of hits. That pitch velocity, like we said, is super impressive. He can go deep into games. It's just keeping that control and what comes with it at bay. He doesn't have a lot of break on his pitch. He's going to beat you with straight velocity. We'll see if we can develop that, but a guy that we kind of have a flyer out there for and would love to pick up. And the last guy that we're going to look at today, Rene Saucedo. He is a high schooler out of Puerto Rico. Big power, big speed. Everything else, But big power, big speed. This is a guy we think we can get with our second, maybe third pick. Lefty bat isn't the biggest guy, but just the swing, just put so much power into it. He's super awesome to watch. He's another guy that we are looking at in the draft, hopefully when we get there in July. Just wrapped up our May of 2030. We had a really, really good May. 18-9 on the month, and really had a really good start to the month. And actually, we just really didn't have any stretches where we looked awful. Again, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games. The first 9 game of the month, we went 7-2. Had lost a series here to San Diego, but then won a series, split a series against Chicago, swept the Giants, then beat Chicago in a series, lost a series to Miami, and then started off with that win we just saw against Arizona. Look now in the standings. Look at that. 2.5 games back, still of the first place, but this time we are in second place in the division and tied for first, or just like a half game back of the wild card lead, which is pretty awesome. If you look at our team and what we've been doing so far, it's Been a mixed bag for sure. Steven Kwan has been solid all season long, walking at 288 with 8 home runs. Amador doing what he's done. Nolan Jones has been absolutely incredible. Has missed a couple of games here and there. Nothing too crazy, but if these numbers hold up, this is MVP type stuff from him. Betty Montgomery filling in for the moment being, but Jones, a sprained ankle, will probably be out a week. Jazz Chisholm continues to hit for power, continues to have really solid starts to seasons, and just like in years past, everything looks like it is going up. He just continued to climb every single season he's been with us, and this would be on pace for his best season yet. Nolan Gorman came back. He's only playing 10 games so far this year. He's come back after a herniated disc, but really laying into that power, really getting on base in just 8 games. But next month will be a very important month for him to kind of see where he is at. Tommy Domine. I want to talk about Domine. These are numbers I can live with. 878 OPS, a 526 slugging, really tapped into the power this past month. Already 10 home runs, just 2 off of his career high, and kind of doing more of that Houston, what he did with Houston his first time up in his first 9 games. Like, these numbers are very more reminiscent to that in kind of his first season with us. However, I will preface, this is one really good month. Can't get our hopes too high, but this is definitely the player profile I'm envisioning. Even if we come back at the end of June and see it's only a 770, 780 OPS, I can live with that for your age 22 season. He really is starting to kind of figure things out. We still have an option left in case something hits the fan, but playing phenomenal defense and really catching up. Now, these 3 guys, Tovar's really hasn't got it together. He's striking out a ton, not walking at all. Again, we kind of look at these numbers. They're just so different. Just such an outlier from last season. I don't know what we're going to do with him. It's been interesting to say the least, but he has been obviously that defense you keep in the lineup no matter what. But the bat just hasn't been there. Sterling Thompson has had down, started the season off really good. Starting to come back down to earth and kind of be more of what he has been, a 680, 6 to 700 OPS guy. But that's all right. That's what we're asking him to do, play good third base. And Drew Romo had a really hot start. Now starting to cool off, but still, even with that, if this just holds a 230 average and a 702 OPS, that's quite easily his best offensive season he ever had. He definitely is laying into those extra base hits a little bit more. Actually, to begin the month, had 8 doubles, which led our team, and then has only hit 1 since then. So again, really cooling off the bat with Drew Romo. Speaking of cooling off the bat, Mark Winchester had stats that were Barry Bonds-esque, and since then has just dropped off a table as he's just continued to get at bats. But that is, A-okay. He's gonna be fine. Our pitching staff has been quite up, quite down. We'll start with Bobby White, a 5.66 ERA, a WHIP that is just very much standard to what he's been doing in his career. But this is where the per nines tell the story, and I don't know where actually the story is. Obviously, the home runs are on an uptick a little bit. The walks are up a little bit. The strikeouts are up a whole lot, which is good. And the FIP's actually the best of his career. So I would definitely assume these numbers play themselves out. 5.66 ERA is not what he has been doing. So at least encouraging there. JJ Rose, a 3.63 ERA. Strikeouts have been on a good spot, and the numbers look good. Obviously, walks are a tick up. Strikeouts are on par for his from last season. Home runs are a little bit up, so that FIP is really not doing him too many favors, but he's been getting a little more lucky. But I would love to see his FIP come down a little bit, those home runs go down. Bud Leonard, he's a guy, he was absolutely on fire to begin his season, has since, had some turbulent starts, but still giving you 8 quality starts through his first 12, so a 75% hit rate on there. He's going 6 innings and giving up 3 or less, so that's what we like to see. Strikeouts are down, but walks are down. Home runs are slightly up, but that FIP is up. So, again, a solid season from Leonard. James Mora. He, a 5.24 ERA does not look good. It is way better than what he had. He was rocking ERA in the 10s to begin the month. Strikeouts have been keeping pace, and those walks have gone way down. I think he was up at between 4 and 6 walks per 9 last time we checked. And the home runs and the FIP have come down. And Rafael Parra, in his first year starting, has been fine. The walks are a little bit of a concern. The FIP shows a 4.17. The strikeouts are a good spot. And the ERA and the FIP are matching. So he's just been, you getting this from your 5-starter, you're taking that. You're taking that every day of the week. Holman Powell and Vinny Garcia as our long guys who are getting quite a few innings. They've been decent. Bo Brisky's been fine. Riley Pint's brought his season his ERA down. Brandon Barea starting to get hit a little bit. Marco Garcia's been fine. Gregory Santos has really stepped it up, and Roger Calderon again. He has like 1 or 2 bad outings, and that's it, right? I mean, he had that bad outing against Philadelphia. He had a couple early ones start the year, so that 4.34 ERA looks a little bit better than it actually was. Let's check out some team standings and just kind of see where we're at in terms of things. Kind of middle of the pack in batting average. At bats I don't care about. We are scoring a good amount of runs compared to the league. If we were in batting average, kind of top third in hits, doubles. We should be way better than this. We're kind of bottom third of the league. Triples, we should be in the top 10 in all extra base hits categories. Obviously, home runs where we make our bread and butter, but the doubles being low is a bit surprising. RBI, we're up there as well. Stealing, we're kind of middle of the road there as well. Stolen base percentage, but we are top of the line in that, top 5 in the league. Are we walking a lot? Nah, no, we're not. Not really. But obviously, with Nolan Gorman out, that definitely hurt us a little bit in that category. But we are striking out a good amount. So that's something, kind of the yin and yang. We have a lot of those big boppers who strike out a good amount. Slugging percentage is good. On base percentage can be better. Are we grounding in double plays? Are we killing rallies? It looks like we're kind of very, very much the middle of the pack. Defensively, I care about not the lowest amount of errors in the league and the best fielding percentage in the league, tied with Cincinnati. So again, we've been an incredible fielding team the last few years. That is how you win ball games. On the pitching side of things, again, the ERA in the middle. Complete games, we've got a couple guys go the distance. Saves, we are third in the league in saves, but blown saves. How many saves have we blown? Actually, not that much. Tied 9th, so kind of in that middle of the pack as well. I will take that, especially we've been at the bottom of that list quite a few times. Giving up a lot of hits, though. And with that, we are giving up about the same amount of runs. Earned runs, obviously they're going to be in the same spot because we don't commit too many. Only 11 errors all season, which is awesome. Home runs. This is surprisingly, we've been very good in this category in years past. This year, we are the second worst team in giving up home runs. So that's been kind of an Achilles heel that we've had. And even with some of our guys with walk issues, we have not given up too many walks compared to the rest of the league, which is great. And we're striking out a whole bunch of guys, which is also great. And that is kind of how we are looking. So, we'll be back with some Rockies upcoming very soon, and we will see you then.